Today, guys, we're about to review, in my opinion, what is the best 23-year-old bourbon on the market.
Woo woo! I'm excited.
Yeah, way better than Pappy.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we're going to review Evan Williams' 23-year.
This is a treat. This is a bottle I was hoping to be able to get for us last year, and sadly, they only came out with it one day. But for a lot of people, probably there's a good chunk of y'all never heard of this before, and then there's a good chunk of y'all been like, why would they do this? Like, why is Evan Williams the one coming out with the 23-year? This is a gift shop only release. This is down at the Evan Williams Experience down in downtown Louisville. It is 107 proof. It is 23 years old. Mash bill being 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye, with a price tag that I don't even want to talk about.
It is expensive.
It is. Here's what's crazy. It was $175 like before COVID, and
So we'll let you guess what it is after COVID.
you can double it now and it's still not there.
Yeah.
But this was something I'd really been wanting to get, like I said. So I was like, I'm going to spend the money, probably, because I had it before, but I couldn't remember. I remember liking it, and I am so happy.
It's the sacrifices that he makes for the channel.
Mostly for him.
True. I'm excited too. I love Evan
You poured
Williams.
me a little bit of a healthy pour here.
Yeah. Did I? I feel like I was close. Yours a little bit more, but
Yeah.
heck, somebody else's $400 bottle. I'll just get liberal with it. The bad thing is this doesn't feel like a $400 bottle.
Nope. Because it used to not be a $400 bottle.
Well, it just feels like an Evan Williams single barrel.
Here, yeah, no, he was like, so is this like the Derby bottle? I'm like, no, this is not the Derby bottle.
I said it's not the Derby bottle, correct. I'm just making sure I didn't want to say something wrong.
Oh, man.
All right, right away. The oak, the vanilla, all the good traditional things that you would get there. Ooh,
This is freaking awesome.
it's like a little marshmallowy
I
kind of thing.
just want you to do your thing, and then I'm just gonna
It's like, to me, like all the creaminess that you could think of is.
There's some really good sweetness. There's some really good creamy dessert.
But that
really fancy dessert.
But that oak is really nice on the front.
There's some really nice oak. There's also some really nice char. There's also a smidge, and I know I just said this from another review we just did. There's also a smidge of a barbecue brisket kind of note in there too. I really like that.
Yeah.
It's just, there's such a good combination of rich and sweetness in there. And the oak isn't overpowering. You would think something that's 23 years old.
No, it's definitely not.
It's not overpowering. I will say on the nose, it doesn't come off ethanol-y, and I want to make that clear. But it comes off more than 107 proof.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I would have said that too. I would have, just from nosing it, I would have guessed that it was more than that. I would have guessed probably 115 to 120. Man, it smells good. All right. Nice hint of cherry, some honey in there. Again, that oak. It's got just a hair of pepper on the backside of the palate, but it doesn't.
Crack.
But it doesn't stay there.
No.
It hits. It lets you know it's there, and then it kind of dissipates. It's sweet in all the right ways.
So, really nice aged oak. The oak is there. It's present. It's not overpowering. It's not mildewy. It's not any of those things. It's really almost, it's not quite like a dusty oak note, but it has just a really great oak note that I don't think is too overpowering. The other thing I like about this is where if you take wild turkey and that cherry, like that cherry medicinal note, it's a similar note to that, except take more of the medicine part of that out and add a little bit more of like an artificial cherry.
Yeah, but it's not overwhelming in there.
It's not.
No, it's there, but
there's
it's not
really not one note that is overwhelming in any of this. There's just a ton going on. There's some really nice heat in the back of your throat. Again, for 107 proof, it drinks so much higher than that. But it really does evolve from like a little bit of fruit, some nice oak. It gets sweet, and then that pepper, a little bit of, like I said, that fresh cracked pepper.
Yeah, it
just hits.
It's weird because that pepper hits, but then just kind of, to me, dissipates.
I love this thing.
Yeah,
I forgot honestly how much I really enjoyed this. What's funny is we did me and a couple of the guys, my buddy Tim and Brent, we did an adventure day where we went a couple places and had pours, and I cracked this whenever we were over at our buddy Brian's spot, and my buddy Tim's like, "Oh, dang, I think I'm just going to take this." Like he was about to take it, and I agree. Like this thing, here's what's crazy: the price of it is wild. I would for the price of it, I totally agree. The value, it's tough to say the value's there, but it makes me think. Like, I'm pretty sure it was my buddy Gary Franchi that got it. He got a bottle of these. I think it was around his time for his daughter's wedding, and they cracked it. If not Gary, I'm sorry, it was somebody else then. And they're like, this is just like screams special occasion whiskey. Like this is like one of the definitions of like. We all know we would say BTAC or Parker's or, Happy, whatever you would say. Nobody talks about this because nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
And this is amazing. Like, it's awesome.
The scary thing is, though, it does, I think you're right. I think it does drink special, but it also drinks really easy.
Yeah.
And you can get yourself in trouble with this one.
I agree.
I mean, I wouldn't because it was $400. And so, like, just getting this drink, I'm happy that I got this drink. But I would be drinking this very sparingly, even though if money was no object, like, you could just pound that. And
I mean, it's awesome. It continues to kind of grow on the palate. You get a little bit of a smoky profile, a little bit of a tobacco profile as it goes. And again, it's just showing parts of its age. It's utterly fantastic.
It has this little note at the beginning, like when you first drink it, like just the Evan Williams single barrel. There's a very distinct, when you drink an Evan Williams single barrel, there's a very distinct taste right at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
This is it, but it's like amped up like 15 times what it is. Yeah, this is really good. I mean, I'm glad you spent the money on it. I'm glad I got to drink it.
I'll say this. I understand the price of it's crazy. It's very expensive. It's one of the more expensive bottles I own. With that being said, this is truly special occasion whiskey. Yeah. And it's, everybody's going to be like, whoa, or not everybody, but I know some people are going to be like, that's Evan Williams. That's crazy. The fact that it's this good, it's 23 years old. Yeah. I've had Pappy 23. I prefer this over Pappy 23.
This has a more eclectic palate than a 23.
I don't want to be like rude or sound pretentious, but it's a little bit more, I don't want to say intriguing, but it's a little bit more complex for a 23-year-old than what you would think it would be.
Totally agree with that.
So,
do us a favor, hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Let us know if you've had this or not. And then I would say try it at a bar, but chances that this is not going to be on a bar.
Probably the only bar you'll find it at, realistically, is either some like bar where they have a license where they can buy other things, or you go down to the Evan Williams Experience itself and have a pour down there. But it's probably not going to be cheap. So, but keep that in mind.
I'm just going to say,
keep that in mind.
It ain't going to be cheap for sure.
So.
But anyway, tell us if you had it. Just, again, it's one of those ones that we recommend for sure.
I would recommend it as long as the price is, like, you're okay with that price and you're saying going into it, it's going to be expensive. If the price is a no, I totally understand and get that. But I just want to throw that out there.
If the price is a no, find a friend that the price is a yes for, and drink his or hers, whoever it is. All right. Until next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.